I'm Lois Joel and I'm Principal of Perth Modern School. I came to the school in 2011 as Principal. My many memorable experiences, in particular coming to the school in 2011, it was its first year as a selective academic school since the first generations finished in the 60s. It was also the 100 years for the school, so it was a celebration that the school had been the only secondary school since 1911 till the 60s offering opportunity for gifted students, and so we were celebrating that 100 years. So in terms of Subi East, we've created a relationship already with obviously with Subiaco and particularly Subi East, where our students recently created some augmented reality pieces that are already on display down in Subiaco Square. So we see a real opportunity to grow that relationship, to give our students realistic, authentic, real-life opportunities in education, such as creating apps, creating augmented reality, interacting with the Subi East precinct. Well, Subiaco is obviously important because this is where our school is placed. Many of our students over many years have come from this area, and the Subiaco as a centre for education here has got real significance to many of the early Modernians, as they're called, and also current students as well. It's a vibrant area that the students can engage with.
My name's Deb Beresford and I work voluntarily at Perth Mod in the archives, but I was a teacher librarian here for many years, and I also am the secretary of the Perth Modernian Society, which is an alumni group for the school. A memorable experience was when the roof came off during the asbestos crisis around about 1991. We had to asbestos on one of our roofs and that was taken out. One of my greatest experiences was working with the kids from Perth Modern School, who've always been terrific kids. I'd like to see the precinct stay very green, as in lots of playing fields or that sort of thing. Even with where the hospital is, I'd like to see them have green space around that as much as possible.
I'm Ruth Barrett and I'm a retired lecturer. For most of my working life I was at Edith Cowan University. Well, the most memorable moment for me, I think, is early, probably 1956. There had been a serious bus accident with some boys from Clontarf, and the boys finished up at Princess Margaret Hospital, and I used to go across at lunchtimes to talk with them, give them a bit of company, and that was really good. I felt that, well, in those days there wasn't much community outreach from schools, and I thought that's the sort of thing we should be doing. I wasn't the keenest student, but that was quite a highlight, getting to know those lads. The hospital as a place of healing has gone really, and to me that was really important, partly because of the memory of the boys, but as a parent, my own children with broken bones and so forth, it's been an important part of my life. Also, I love the story of the little girl who tried to donate sixpence to the children's hospital, only to find that there was no children's hospital, and it was her attempt to donate that started the hospital, which is a delightful story. So I'd like to see that commemorated in some way on the site.
My name's Bob Johnson and I went to school in Flory Park and high school here at Modern School. It was as a fairly young father of a daughter that had a chronic disease. It's the terrific help that Princess Margaret Hospital gave my wife and I during repeated visits there during a time of crisis. That'll stay with me forever. I'd like to see some honouring of those who went before us, who made a significant contribution to the whole area of Subiaco, as well as this particular piece of development, both civilian and military. There's a lot of unsung heroes in the corridors of civil service, people in the back rooms doing a lot of brave work, such as holding back the developers at Mueller Park just down the road here, to say the least. And also the military. There's 1,600 students went away to fight for what we hold sacred, and 160 of them didn't come back. I'd like to see a lot of plaques spread around this new development commemorating people, rather than leaving it to names in a museum or on a war memorial.
I'm John Burke, the principal of Bob Hawke College in Subiaco. What Subiaco mean to me? It's a place that is rich in history and tradition, but also vibrant and moving forward. Certainly outward focused. So as a much younger person, in the early 1980s, I watched Swan Districts win 3 premierships on the trot, and also had those amazing experiences with the State of Origin footy at Subiaco. So those memories are really burned into my psyche and connected to footy. But what I've learned since is that Subiaco has been much more than just the football. Yeah, so as a principal, well, as the principal of Bob Hawke College, really excited about what might be. We're the first major change of the Subi East redevelopment, and looking forward to seeing how we might get the synergies between what's about to happen and what's already here. The site has got remarkable history behind it. The Wajak Noongar occupation, the arrival of the Benedictine monks, the nursery that was on our site. We're really interested in telling those stories, but also being part of the story as Subi East grows. I guess most recently, the whole process to vision and develop with the community, Bob Hawke College, from a professional perspective and a personal perspective, that's going to stay with me for the rest of my life. It's been an amazing journey to be part of that story with the local community. And to now see the college as it stands behind me, ready to go and serving our community, has just been a really amazing and privileged place to be.